Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week we're doing something a little bit different in the sense that we're actually filming a collab with Maevelous, who is a Sims YouTuber with an amazing pun on their name. God, I wish that were me. I've made the house for my Sims, but with guidelines from Maevelous stating which packs were to be used. I could use the expansions Get Together, City Living, Cats and Dogs, Seasons, and Eco Lifestyle. I could use the game packs Outdoor Retreat, Dine Out, Parenthood, and Jungle Adventure. And I could use the stuff packs Perfect Patio, Cool Kitchen, Spooky Stuff, Movie Hangout, Romantic Garden, Backyard, Toddler, Laundry Day, My First Pet, Tiny Living, and Nifty Knitting. Now the good news is that I don't think I left out any pack entirely. I used everything at least once. And one reason why I was excited to work with Maevelous was her focus on legacy stories on her channel, which is what I do a lot of on my own time. My longest legacy house was 4 generations in before it crashed, and in my defense there were a lot of mods active on that file. To that end, I wanted to make a legacy house from Maeve's challenge, and she does fly-throughs where she kind of like looks into your build and critiques your build, which I'm very excited to see on her channel, and when she does that I will link her video below. I think mine's coming out before hers. In the house I wanted to do 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's actually 1.5 bathrooms, but they wouldn't let me put a decimal in there, so I rounded up on the gallery, but it is effectively 1.5 baths. I wanted yellow siding and a red roof with blue details. Very storybook suburbia, but in like a too bright Stepford Wives kind of way, which is what I was going for. And incidentally, I love the weird, like, Desperate Housewives level music in The Sims 3, and it just lends to the whole Stepford suburbia thing that I really like to lean into when I play Sims, and especially when I make legacy families.
Get your hands off me! I forgot it!
I also wanted the Technicolor of it to stand out against a more bleak backdrop, which is why I wanted to build out in the desert. A pool was important, partially because of that desert location and partially because of the message that I wanted to convey with this family. That is, that they are upper middle class to an absolutely disgusting degree. I was originally planning to put the build in Strangeville before I took a closer look at the pack list, and Strangeville is not on there, so I couldn't do it. So I shifted to Oasis Springs, which is base game and has the same desert biome, I guess is the best way to put it. I put in some solar panels because they're in the desert and it makes sense that they would, you know, cut costs that way. I'm also thinking that the family is very technologically forward, so it makes sense that they would be thinking about solar energy. I tend to struggle when making the outsides of my builds look normal and good, but I'm satisfied with this one. When I showed it off to my girlfriend, she said that she was surprised because, and she meant it in the nicest way possible, it doesn't look like you built it. And I believe what she meant by that was, like, your houses are usually kind of a shit show and you don't do landscaping or cool things like garages. It looks nice, well done, honey. So I'm gonna take it that way as opposed to, like, did you download this? No? Why not? While trying to build the house, I didn't want to do my usual monochromatic decorating scheme on each one. I tried to use a little bit of color theory in each room with mixed results. My favorite room that came out is the master bedroom, which like started with a kind of cream and then got filled up with more green decor and a lot of plants. I'm very excited about that one. My least favorite is the downstairs bathroom. I wasn't really sure what I was going for. It's not very well decorated. I kind of struggled back and forth with the decorations and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I think the most vibrant room in the house and the one I'm most happy with is the kitchen, which was gonna be orange, and then I ended up adding in all of this cool blue stuff to contrast it. I think it looks nice. I think it looks good. I knew that I wanted a garage for a few reasons. I missed the cars in The Sims 3 for one thing, and I also wanted the challenge of making it look okay without custom content. And the last reason I wanted it is the laboratory, which I'm gonna have to mess with more once I am able to, you know, be off the challenge and throw in Get to Work in order to put in some lab stuff. I couldn't trick it out the way I usually do with the laboratory while still maintaining the challenge, so when I play with this with a family, it's gonna have like this very tricked out science lab situation downstairs, but for right now it's just kind of a large laundry room. My families are usually inspired by books or movies. I don't usually try to make legacy families from existing characters, but it has happened, just very rarely. In this case, the house is built for a 2-parent, 1-child-ish household. I was inspired by Vivarium and Splice, both of which are sci-fi horror movies with great concepts, wretched executions, and children of questionable origins. In this case, it's a family with a daughter and another child of questionable parentage that will be a test subject raised exclusively in the basement. The fiction of this family developed as I built it. The mom is a scientist with a specialization in botany, so there's more plants than I would normally use, and there's some blank garden boxes outside. I think I also put a flower arranging table out there to kind of make it, you know, something utilitarian, something she could do. Dad is a doctor, a medical doctor. He likes hiking and fancy cars, so I made sure to include some kind of nature-based decoration and, of course, a car in the garage that doesn't actually work but is just like a sized-up toy. Their daughter likes knitting and art. She's probably going to have a phase during the Legacy house where she sells knitted items on Plopsy, and I'm probably going to grow her up to be a painter. I don't know a lot about the test subject right now, other than that it does not belong to both parents, and very few people are going to know of this child, and those who know of it are not necessarily going to like it. It's definitely going to be raised apart from its sister, is the important thing. And I don't know if I want it to, like, break out of the lab and wreak havoc on the family that wronged it and, you know, use the extreme violence mod that I always have. Tear out what he has left of a heart and show it to him then. I don't know if I want it to break out and just kind of be emotionally overwhelmed and exhausted and just, like, very upset. It could happily submit to, like, a life of experimentation because it doesn't know anything else and just kind of, like, live and die with that in mind. Or, and this is a revolutionary concept from me, it could move past its trauma and start its own life. What a concept that I never use. If you want to see the results of this family, do let me know. I'm excited to start playing with them. And I'm also really excited about the house itself. I think it came out really nice. I don't have any real complaints about how it came out. I think I did beautifully considering the constraints, and honestly, it was fun to play with constraints. Like, it was fun to basically be told, like, no, you can't do absolutely everything, including custom content. This is your packs. Go. Like, there's some fun to kind of putting oneself in a box. That's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you liked it. I hope that, you know, you download the house. It's up on the gallery. Feel free to go hunt it down under the EA ID Mega Meg Games. That the house is the only one there. And to Maevelous, I hope that you like the house. I hope you have fun on your fly-through, and let me know if you want to work together in the future, because this was a fun challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.